Regular meeting of the planning board of the Township of Bloomfield, Tuesday, August the 10th, 2021 is now in session. Notice of the time, date, location, and agenda of this meeting, to the extent then known, was provided at least 48 hours prior to the commencement of this meeting in the following manner pursuant to the provisions of Chapter 231 of the Law of 1975, the Open Public Meetings Act. One, by posting such notice on the bulletin board of the municipal building, and two, by mailing such notices to the offices of the Independent Press, Bloomfield Life, and Star Ledger. We now have a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take the roll, please, Nick.
Okay. Dr. Hill?
Here.
Mr. LaFort?
Here.
Mr. Zitka?
Here.
Mr. Babula?
Here.
Councilwoman Mondell?
Here.
Mr. Lassick?
Here.
Mr. Stern?
Here.
Ms. Richardson?
Here.
Chairman LaQuaglia?
Here.
For the record, Mr. Harvey and Councilman Rockwell are both absent, and also present is the board's attorney, Mike Rubin, and the board's engineer, Anthony Marucci.
Thank you, Nick.
Okay?
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of 6/22/21 and 7/13/21?
Everybody got them in advance, and I didn't get any corrections. What do you got?
Do I have a second, Mr. Zickerman?
Okay.
Second,
I'll second.
Mr. Stern?
Mr. Stark.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, none. So moved. No resolutions, correct, Nick?
Correct. Next
Okay.
month.
Next order of business. Application of 102 Broad Street LLC as applicant and owner for bulk variances and any such other relief as may be required from the zoning ordinance of the Township of Bloomfield to construct an addition on the north side of the building, which is a child care facility to accommodate new state laws in a professional office / residential PO/R zone on premises known as map 11, block 245, lot 12, better known as 102 Broad Street. And we have a letter from Ms. Lutz, the attorney for the applicant, regarding 102 Broad Street, Milestone Academy Child Care Center, block 245, lot 12, request for relief from minor site plan, approval and variance relief for site yard and parking recommendation. They're asking for an adjournment again. I spoke to our attorney, Mr. Rubin, and after conferring with him, we believe it's in the best interest of the board that we will, and I also spoke to Ms. Lutz before the meeting started, and explained to her what we were going to do. That's the attorney for the applicant. We're going to adjourn this to a future date and not pinpoint a date, because I don't believe they're going to be ready for us September or possibly even October. They hired a new architect. I don't know if we spoke to Mr. Marucci or Mr. Lassick yet, so I mean, there's still quite a bit of work for them to do before they're ready to come back to us. So I want to make the motion that we adjourn this to a future date and that the applicant will have to renotice at that point. Do I have a question?
I have a question first.
Who's Mr. Babula?
Yes.
Right.
Are they altering or changing the application?
You know, they hired a new architect. When I believe it was Sam LaFort asked questions about the zero setback and how to construct a building, nobody gave us a straight answer. From what the letter, and I'm sure you all got a copy of the letter, right, Nick?
Yes.
From her? Okay. Stating that the new architect was gonna redesign this or do something with it, but at that point, they've yet to speak with Mr. Marucci or Mr. Lassick for their opinion. Is that correct, Anthony? They haven't approached you yet.
I have not heard from anyone yet.
And I actually reminded Ms. Lutz, the attorney for the applicant, previously right before the meeting, to have the architect get in touch with Mr. Marucci and Mr. Lassick and basically get their act together with this. So, you know, it's, I don't know if they're changing it or what they're gonna do, to be honest with you. So that's why I believe adjourning it to a future date is probably the best thing we could do with this.
Right, well, I just want to make the point that if they're making any significant alterations, or maybe even non-significant alterations, they should be going back before the Historic Preservation Commission before they come to the planning board, because recall that this property lies within the historic district. It did appear before the HPC, we did get approval, but if they're going to be changing the application, if they're going to be redesigning it, changing setbacks, in my mind, that triggers the need to go back before the HPC, before we can hear that application.
Oh, would you send a message to Ms. Luttrell,
Yeah.
regarding what Mr. Bobula just said?
I will absolutely tell her first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah. And again, if there's no significant changes, maybe the architect is just gonna explain what they're gonna do. I mean, if it's basically the same thing, then we're okay, correct, Greg?
Yeah, but I think if you're changing setbacks, any setback, or if you're changing materials, because part of our review process with HPC is looking at the materials, to me, those would be the two big triggers.
I will find out. I'll talk to her and see if that's gonna be the case. And let her,
If I may, if they reach out to me and I see, if I see major changes like that, Mr. Babula, I'll make sure that they go back to the historic board first.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Who seconded the motion?
well, first of all, who moved it?
I did.
Oh, you did, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Did I have a second? Somebody seconded, didn't they?
I'll second it.
Mr. Stern,
All right. Poll everyone, Nick.
okay? Dr. Hill?
Yes.
Mr. LaFort?
Yes.
Mr. Zitka?
Yes.
Mr. Babula?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mandel?
Yes.
Mr. Lassick?
Yes.
Mr. Stern?
Yes.
Ms. Richardson?
Yes.
Chairman LaQuaglia?
Yes, so moved. All right, so that'll be at a future date. We don't even know when they're gonna be ready to come back.
And they'll renotice.
Well, they'll have to renotice and we'll basically start from there. And Nick, you will tell them to get in touch with the Historical Society and Mr.
And
Marucci
Anthony.
will do likewise.
I'll take care of it tomorrow morning.
I'm sure you will. Next order of business. Application of 14 Washington Street Development LLC as applicant and owner for final major site plan approval and any such other relief as may be required from the zoning ordinance of the Township of Bloomfield to convert a 3-story medical building into a 4-story medical building. Now, in the Bloomfield Center redevelopment BCRP Phase 2 zone on premises known as MAP 13, Block 311, Lot 28, better known as 14 Washington Street. It's come to the board's attention that they have not been designated as the redeveloper for this particular project, and that is something they have to do before we have any jurisdiction over this. So they would have to go in front of the mayor and council, be designated as the redeveloper of the project, and then we'll there. Bless you, Nick.
Thank you.
At which point, and I guess their attorney's not here, but
No.
common sense would say at that point they would get in touch with Mr. Marucci and Mr. Lassick and start going over their plans. But we have no jurisdiction, so there's nothing else for us to do.
I'm gonna contact her because she was looking for an adjournment of some sort, but you're absolutely right, you can't.
We can't do anything with this till they go through the proper
Okay.
steps, so. And if they need an explanation, tell them to call Mike
Okay,
Rubin. They'll tell them what steps they gotta do, but it's out of our hands for the time being. So there's no adjournment, there's no motion or anything with this. I believe that's it. Anything else, Nick?
no, that's it. That's all I have, folks.
Okay. Tentatively, we got a meeting in September.
I think I got 3 new applications in. I believe one of them is a planning board application. I will take a better look at it before the end of the week. But let's just keep September on, and if not, we can always cancel.
Well, we'll keep it on for now, and if we
Well, yeah, we're gonna have a resolution for next month anyway, so.
I don't think either one of these is gonna be ready for it. version of Hampton Shore.
Okay,
In October.
just keep your hands away from the computer.
What?
Keep your hands away from the computer, you just blocked yourself.
And it must be you, because everybody else is
Okay,
hearing me.
all right.
Everybody else hear me? Thank you.
Oh
Just fine, Alan, just fine.
my God.
Anybody else, any other comments or anything? Can I have a motion to adjourn then? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Adjourn, everybody enjoy the rest of their summer.
You too.
Have a good, yeah, enjoy, guys.
Bye.